Stunning scenery, beautiful beaches, great beach walks, and fabulous campfires. Join us for some delicious food and 2 perfect nights of winter camping. Well, hello everybody, and welcome. Welcome once more to one of my little winter adventures. Milo and I are headed over to an island I've been at before. It's called Quadra Island, and we've just boarded a ferry. A ride's about 15 minutes. It's a gray day, but it's not raining, and tomorrow it's forecast to be cloudy with some sun. So I didn't want to miss that in February. So these West Coast days, you know, they're pretty dreary sometimes. Well, what do you think? This is pretty okay. There's hardly anyone here. There's some people in motorhomes up where they've still got hookups. And as long as the wind doesn't get up really badly, I'll be perfectly fine here. I'm pretty happy. See, right at this very moment, it's the very, very beginning of February, and I can do it. All right. Yes. Let's give it a go. And I think we're just going to walk along this beach towards what's called a Rebecca Spit, which is a provincial park, and certainly one of the main reasons that I chose to come here, because I'm hoping that tomorrow, with the better weather, we'll get some nice views and we'll be able to enjoy the park. So come on, let's go. Slippery. Well, I just had a lovely conversation with a delightful young lady by the name of Carly, who lives here on Quadra Island, and she was just walking along, and we got chatting, and such an interesting person, and you meet the nicest people when you're out. I'm sure that you can identify with that. So over here, we've got quite a different view, and I just want you to cast your eyes down on all of this driftwood, of which there is more than you can imagine. This bit has quite a nice forest over quite a lot of it, even though it's not very wide, but it does give some nice variety and some wind protection. But beach walking never grows old. Just the beach walker. Well, here we are, back at the Blue Lady. It's a little wet out, and I was going to have a fire and cook my dinner out here, but I think I'm going to make a slight adjustment. But first of all, it's time for me to get Milo some dinner. He's had a really good walk, and I think we both feel so much better for that. Okay. Good boy. And this is what I'm going to try to do. This is, never tried this before, but I'm using my steel wok as a barbecue, I put some briquettes in and some fire starter, and I'm going to hope for the best. So I'm a great believer in if you can make one thing do several different things, it's not only efficient, but it's economical. And also it's great for packing in small spaces. So if I can turn this walk into a barbecue using briquettes, well, I figured that's a win-win. Okay, we're in the van, and here's dinner. I've got some bag salad. Over here, I've got some potatoes, which I've cut very small. And then over here, I've got way too much meat. There, you see it is cooking. It's a good thing I like medium rare. This actually looks surprisingly good. So I think I'm going to clean up. I'm going to take the dog out for one last emptying dog walk. Then I'm going to come in and get my book and just have a quiet evening. I'm going to say goodnight, and I'm going to look forward to seeing you in the morning, because I'm really happy that we've got a whole day. I'm not just doing a turnaround and going back home tomorrow. We've got all day tomorrow. We can take a leisurely day, and I think we'll have a really great one. So, good night, and I'll see you in the morning. Wow. Good morning, everybody. This is looking pretty hopeful for today. It's I woke up earlier, and it was so foggy that you couldn't see a thing. I put Milo out. He turned around and came right back in. So he wasn't impressed either. So we just crawled under the blankets for another while. And sure enough, the fog lifted. And so we're out now for the first dog walk of the day. I haven't had breakfast yet, so but I got to walk the dog first. So we'll go do that, and then I'll come back and get breakfast done. I'm just going to enjoy this pancakes with blueberries and some bacon, and I'll see you on the trail. Wow, what a gorgeous day for February. It's just absolutely stunning. So I think Milo and I are just going to head up here, up the beach, and stop and take a few photos now and then, and just enjoy this absolutely terrific day. It's very mild. I'm not sure what the temperature is, but it's probably 10 or 12 degrees, would be my guess. Yeah, it's great. Well, what a beautiful day this has turned out to be. I've walked out to the end of the spit and just come around the corner on the beach for a little while. Milo's having a really good sniff. He's on his long line, so there's ample opportunities to get tangled along all this driftwood and also knock over my tripod. Anyway, he's happy. He's a happy boy. I was thinking about that young lady I met yesterday, Carly, and she told me that somewhere up here that she is a special spot, and she likes to come here when she needs that downtime where sometimes you just have to come and sort stuff out, emotionally sort of debrief with yourself. And it got me thinking when I was walking out here today that how important that is. I remember when I was younger, mostly in the teens and early 20s, well, maybe for a long time after, off and on I'd really need to go and find a quiet place. And it was always, for me, it was always out in nature. I don't think it matters where it is, but I do think that there's a lot of value in having a place where you can just go and just relax and think your thoughts and not be interrupted. And if you're in a beautiful place like I am right now, there's a lot of amazing benefits to being out in nature, breathing fresh air, being surrounded by beauty. And I was thinking about the little spots that I had over the years. And I think they're kind of a bit like, in churches they have a sanctuary, the sanctuary they call it. And I think that that's kind of what these little places are for many of us, is our own place of sanctuary, where there's nothing pressing on us and we can just be at peace and in the moment. So what a joy this has been, and the fact that this day has turned out to be so amazing. So I'm hoping that later this afternoon I'm going to actually have a fire, which I did not do last night because it was just really wet and dark. It was all closing in. But today I think we've got a good shot at it. Yes, there's a lot to be grateful for in this funny world of ours. There are treasures out there. This is a great bay in the warmer weather for people on paddle boards, kayaking, canoeing. And it warms up a bit because the tide goes out quite far. So it's a very, very popular place in the summer. Well, back in the van, I've just had a cup of tea, and Milo has had a little snack. And Milo's outside having a rest on his dog bed. It's a little bit of sun out there, and he's pretty comfortable. I think he was tired. Somehow he and I had been wandering around out on the spit for just under 3 hours. I think it was such a nice day that, we didn't actually want to come back. But it's good. And the sun is still sort of trying to stay up. It'll be behind the trees soon. But I'm going to try something different for dinner. You know me and trying to cook outdoors. Sometimes things work and sometimes they don't work. Or should I say, sometimes they work better than other times. But I was talking to a friend, and she said that she makes Yorkshire pudding in a Dutch oven. I thought, well, I'm not going to make Yorkshire pudding and roast beef or gravy or anything like that. But I thought I'd want to try this this idea of doing some type of Yorkshire pudding in the Dutch oven, which I've not done before. My mother-in-law was a wonderful farm cook, and she used to make this thing called toad in the hole. You might have called it something different, but basically what it is sausages cooked in, a cast iron pan, and then you pour the batter for the Yorkshire over the top, throw it in the oven. And the Yorkshire sometimes would rise and sometimes it wouldn't rise, but even if it's heavy, it still tastes good. So as long as it's cooked. So I'm going to go with that. Not sure about the amounts here, but we're going to go more by how does it look. Okay, I've been mixing for a while, and I'll give it a little bit more, and then I just let it rest. So this is going to sit now for probably at least 2 to 2.5 hours, and then we'll give it a go and see what happens. This is absolutely glorious. I'm just bowled over. It's getting on for probably 3:30, 4 o'clock. But the sun is still up and it's really outshining now. And this is absolutely perfect. You couldn't ask for anything better the first week of February than this. This is one of the best days we've had since last fall. Like, it's absolutely terrific. Well, Mila's pretty happy. I think he's really enjoyed this day as much as I have. You know, getting out and walking for as much as we've done today, which has been a big part of the day. And now we've got this gorgeous sun on our campsite. Okay, here's my plan. I've got these briquettes in the wok. I've got probably way more than I need, but better more than not enough. And, oops, there we go. So what I'm going to do is get them going in here. And I put the handle on the wok. I'm going to dump some of these briquettes into the frying pan, which is part of this set, which I've lined again with some foil. And then I'm going to put the cast iron on top of the briquettes in the frying pan. And then I will dump, with using the handle, the other briquettes onto the top. Because I don't have a shovel, and this is my own fault, for moving the briquettes around. And I have gloves, but they have got a rubberized outside, and I'm afraid I'm going to melt my gloves in my hand. So anyway, that's the plan. I'm just going to let these carry on, and we're going to progress. And when these get going, I'm going to start cooking the sausage on the fire. I think it's finally time to start thinking about how to cook this. All right, maybe that'll be better. So one step at a time. All right, I'm trying this. But the sun has gone down. The mist is like really moving across the bay. It's getting cool, but it is an absolutely glorious winter evening, and just from what I can see in the camera, it looks way lighter in the camera right now than it actually is, but it's great. I'm just absolutely loving this. So much fun. And yeah, I am going to turn the camera so you can see the mist. It's just moving in more and more on the bay. And and my sausage is starting to drip. So things are progressing. Well, this has actually been a really special trip for me. I never get tired of the changing and the variation of what happens in the weather on this West Coast environment that I live in. And all of this mist and fog and the light and everything changes like every few minutes, every few seconds. Like right now, it's changing right before my eyes, and I'm really glad that I can share this with you. I don't know if I'm capturing it adequately. Probably not, because I'm in between jumping up and down trying to cook toad in the hole. But it doesn't matter. I mean, this is what I love. I love about where I live. I love visiting other places, but I do love like the mystery of living here on the coast and the change that happens constantly right before your eyes. You never know if there's, I mean, we haven't had a whale come up or anything, but there could be, because they do come in this bay. It's just, it's pretty amazing what nature's got for us, isn't it? Right. This has been 20 minutes. I'm a little bit nervous about taking the coals off because I'm never going to get them all back on again if I have to put it back in. But anyway, I think we have to try. I cannot hear any more sizzling, which I did hear for quite a while. So it's telling me the bottom is done and I don't want to burn the bottom. So I'm going to put my headlamp on and we're going to go and have a look at this toad in the hole. And I must assure you, there are no toads in here. All right. This is the big reveal, right? All right. Let's see. Whoa! Holy mackerel. But look at what I did. I just put all the ash in there. But that's just freaking amazing. I don't know if it's burnt on the bottom or just what. Oh my goodness. So, all right. I've got to go get another cloth because I've got to lift this off. But look at that. Oh my goodness. I would never have thought that. All right. Hang on. Oh, I wish I hadn't got all that ash on there. I don't know how you feel about ash in your dinner, but anyway. So most of it doesn't have ash on it, so I can just cut this off. I think we can just make this do. Now, it doesn't, well, it is done. It's solid. So I'm hoping it's not burnt on the bottom. Doesn't, no, look at that. I would never have thought that would have worked so well. Okay. You and I both know that I am not going to eat all of this for dinner. But let's cut into it. This is not a very well balanced meal, but this is really good. You know what I'd like? I'd like a little bit of maybe ketchup or some sauce on here. But this fluffy Yorkshire is amazing, even with ashes on it. So I'm just going to eat as much as I want. And I was going to make salad, but I think I'm just going to eat this. This is something else. Yeah, you got to try this. Toad in the hole. But it doesn't matter what you call it. It's darn good. Well, friends, that was quite the day. It was an amazing day for a winter day here. And I'm just so glad that you came along and I could have shared some of this with you. And I'm tired. So I'm just going to sit and have a cup of tea, and then I'm going to probably pack it in. Oh, I've got to take Milo out one more time, but I'm going to have my tea first, and then I'll take Milo out. And I rather expect it's going to be an early to bed for me tonight. So I'll see you in the morning. Good night, and thanks again. It's been a wonderful day. Well, good morning, everybody. You can see by this morning, it's a pretty gray day. It was another foggy day. It looked like this yesterday morning when I first got up. But then you saw what a great day it became. So who knows? So I'm just going to put together some yogurt and granola, a few blueberries, and have my decaf coffee. And then it's going to be time for me to pack up. But what a great 2-night camp out we've had. I couldn't have asked for a better time, for better weather, really. And Milo was absolutely terrific. He was very, very settled this time in the van, and he's been a great companion. And I have just totally enjoyed being here. So I want to thank you so much for coming along. It's been terrific having you. And I hope that you've enjoyed this little visit to Quadra Island and to our walk yesterday out to Rebecca Spit. To say nothing of some interesting cooking opportunities, especially doing Yorkshire pudding yesterday. That was still such a great surprise to me that it worked out so well. It's one of the things about the Dutch oven, like you can't really peek. So you just have to say, okay, I'm leaving it for 15 or 20 minutes and go for it and then see what happens. And you can't see through the lid, not like looking through your oven door. So, yeah, it was wonderful. And I'm ready to have my cereal. And then I've got some tidying up. So I'll see you on the way home.